Oh, you lovely boy.
This is an Ercol day bed, and the webbing, as you can see, is shot. Somebody's had a go at mending it, but most of it's no good, so we'll take it all off. So first take it off. If you can't get them out, cut them. But you must keep the dowels, because you're going to be using the dowels again. There's the dowel. Got to keep the dowels. Keep the dowels. Someone's had a go at repairing this, but without gluing the ends, as we do, without securing the ends, they're not tight enough. So I'm going to reuse this.
You end up being all floppy like that.
Yeah.
Which is what you're trying to avoid.
Don't want that. So I'm going to, and they're upside down anyway. There's two sides to this. There's the rough side, which should be uppermost, and the smooth side, which goes underneath. This is where the cushion will sit on the rough side. And so they're in the wrong place anyway, but they're not tight enough, and you can see the dowels coming up really easily.
Like that.
Like that. But we'll reuse it because it's only been here a short time and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the right length. The two workmates, because you need something secure when you're doing this. You need to be able to secure it. So if you've got one, these were just made out of some bed slats that I had. So I measured the distance between the two legs and made the box just a little bit longer, so the legs fit in exactly.
Ideal. So before putting the new webbing on, we're going to give it a light sand, as these areas aren't so accessible once the webbing is attached. So it just needs a rub down to get rid of marks like this and this, and turn it into that.
So first of all, this is the webbing. Pirelli webbing. Daybed, short 27 inches, 26 inches plus 7 inches. I'll explain why. This is the size that you need for the short pieces on this daybed.
Going across here.
34 inches. Now, what you have to do is measure 5 inches. This is the inside of the webbing, the shiny side. On the inside, mark 5 inches in from the end, and the same here, 5 inches. Then you, using super glue, get the lid off, mark about 2.5 centimetres with a small amount of super glue on the end, and fold it to the mark that you've made, and just hold it. Or these things from IKEA are very handy. If you don't want to stand and hold it, you can clip it like that. You have to make sure that you leave that much for your dowel. Don't glue it right to the end or you'll be in trouble. Okay, so that's what we do, and the same at the other end. And you're gluing on the shiny side. This is the rough side that goes on the top. This is the shiny side underneath. Can I have 2 more of those clips, John? About 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres at the end. Not too much because it would take a long time to dry. And fold it to the mark that you've made. And then you've got a couple of seconds to adjust it.
For it sets.
Again, leave enough for your dowel.
Ideal.
And then just wait till the glue goes off. It's very, very strong super glue.
Especially for rubber.
Yes. And it's important to make sure you get the length right because you can't undo it once it's glued. So you're wasting that if you don't get it right.
Ideal. So we've got the ones we've done here. And the ones we're doing here.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely solid. So now you need a piece of cord, smooth nylon cord, and a couple of meters of it. So you put that through and then you can feed it through to get it through there. It's not easy. Right, there we go.
Making sure the grippy side.
Making sure the grippy side's on top. Pull the cord out now. And put your dowel in. Okay. And pull it back up into the frame. Right.
Tight.
Yes. And this is...
As you can see, it's in there. It's not coming out.
Now, the same... Where's the cord? Same at the front. This is slightly more difficult because you've got it under tension.
Well, here's where people struggle.
Pull the cord through. And this time you're going to have to tie a slip knot in the end of the cord because you're going to use your foot to pull it through.
Okay.
But you need a pair of these. Two pieces of battening with 2 bolts.
Ring looks on it, yeah.
You want to be about 1/3 of the way in on the webbing. So you use your foot, put your foot in the loop. Can you see what I'm doing? My foot. And you position these on the frame. Get your dowel ready. You've got the dowel ready to go in. So now position these and start shortening them at the same time pulling with your foot, pulling the rubber down through. Can you see underneath here? It's through sufficiently for me to release the cord and put the dowel in. Okay?
And you release the...
Untie the cord. That's why a slip knot's quite useful.
Very taut. How clever.
Works very well, this. A 2.5 or 2-inch bolts. I've glued washers there just to make it easier when the
Bit stronger.
nuts.
Right, we're going to repeat that process all the way along.
Right,
So once more, we've fed it through that one on the zigzaggy side, not the soft side.
got to get it through the wood for your foot, which helps to get it started. as you're squeezing the clamps, you're putting the weight with your foot to bring the loop through the hole, and put the dowel in, and then release these.
Okay.
Release those.
So we've got them all in, all the straps taut, and then we're now doing the horizontals. Right.
This measurement for the next one is 73 inches. So we add 6, which is 79, and then we measure 5 inches in at each end and fold to the point, a 5-inch
Same
point.
again.
So you've got a 2.5-inch overlap at each end.
And that extra 6 accounts for that.
So with this one, we do it the opposite way. So that one was over. This is under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. And comes to about there, which looks short, but by the time you take up the slack, that'll be fine. Can't reach. You're going to have to do that bit.
Right.
And I'll put the pressure in. Right. Okay, together.
Yeah. That's really taut. And release. So we have it fully webbed now. We're just getting the last one in, and that's that. Re-webbed. Now time to sand, re-glue, and make the covers and the cushions. There's a seat, there's a back that comes up here, across here, and that'll be very nice. And you can see it's nice and taut. Like that is, you know, it's good enough to sit on, which is obviously the idea.
And sleep on, as it's a day bed.
Yeah, sleep on in the day. Only in the day. Cool.
Okay. Hope it makes it clear.
Indeed. I can leave links to buy this webbing in the description if you need. I can link Dido's YouTube channel, which I'll put a link to. Right, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
It's made it up.
Cheers, guys. Re-webbed.